Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gaze. Today the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Stay fabulous, bigger, better, and blessed. If you're new here today, my name is Yè, okay? And my evangelism is flexible. That means I get to look and speak and talk like this, okay? And just to put that out there, the religious people and the naysayers that I can't look like this or speak like this or talk like this. Listen, okay? I'm speaking English. So, therefore, with all due respect, if you cannot hear, he who has an ear, let him hear. That means you was not supposed to hear the message. Okay? It doesn't matter about my piercings, my tongue rings, my tattoos, my skin color, my glasses. It doesn't matter. You want something to look upon me about, okay? You want to find something that is wrong with me and not look at yourself, okay? Just to point that out there, okay? If anybody that tries to make you do something or tell you how to do something that God has blessed you with, okay, they are in the wrong and not you. God has told you to say this, God has told you to do that, God has told you to go here, and God has told you to go there, okay? Do not let anybody tell you what God hasn't shown you for themselves, okay? Listen, I'm speaking English. All right, I have an accent because I have an accent. If you can't understand that, okay, then go watch somewhere else or just block yourself. Don't even bother, okay? Because you will never make me or keep me silent at all, okay? Listen, we're going to be talking about Proverbs 19:18, follow it Daniel 7:25, and that talks about he shall speak great words against God, okay? God wanted me to explain to you, and the topic is how to avoid fools and foolishness, all right? And a generational downfall, you know? So, where the title is Those Who Escape Judgment, okay? Follow with the Sinners movie and Spiderwebs, learning from the mistakes of others, those who escape her in the lives and preserve their lives the right way, okay? Protect your temple, your mind, your body, and your soul, okay? These religious spirits like to entice you and others down the wrong path and like to stir you off. What God has called you to do, what God has called you to be, He talked to you personally because you kept a relationship with Him personally. You did not listen to man, you listened to God. Okay, you don't please people, you please God, and by pleasing God is to have faith in everything. Okay, so Proverbs 19:18, it says, the importance of disciplining and raising children, stating that the discipline your son, for that there is hope. Do not set your heart on putting him to death. This encourages parents to correct their children's behavior while they are still young and teachable, rather than indulging them and potentially leading to negative consequences later in life. Discipline with hope, okay? Highlighting the positive outcome of disciplined children suggests that the proper guidance and correction can lead to a more hopeful future for the child, okay? Avoiding negative consequences. These serves as a warning against neglecting discipline, suggests that failing to discipline a child can have detrimental effects, potentially leading to negative outcomes or even destructions. The time is crucial, okay? Proverbs 19:18 in implies that there is a window of opportunity for effective discipline, okay? Parents should address issues with their children while they are young and more receptive to learning and changing their ways and behavior, okay? So the balance is key, okay? Balanced approach. Discipline should not be excessive or driven by anger. Okay? Do not set your heart by putting him to death. That means you shouldn't be getting mad at your kids and extra mad at your kids to the point where you want to put them to death. Okay? Kids make mistakes, but it's your responsibility as a parent, okay, to go to your kids and teach your kids the right from the wrong. Okay? If you are doing wrong, that means your kids are going to be doing wrong because nobody had taught you. Okay, it goes back to your generational curses, your generational bloodlines. Okay, what you teach your children, they see from you, they look up to you, so they're going to do exactly what they're going to see them doing to their bloodline and the generations to come. Okay, that's why it's important to teach your children how to pray, teach them to read the Bible, show your children how to talk to God, when to talk to God, and always talk to God. Okay, listen. Okay, Proverbs 19:18 is not advocating for physical violence. It's a call to wise and timely discipline. You don't have to physically touch your children at all, okay? These for the stubborn people out there, okay? Self and gentle parenting. Gentle parenting is say, do not touch that because I look at this look. You see this look. All right? And mommy said no, daddy said no, don't touch that just by the look. Okay? Then a child would know how to not touch or do something because of a look. You don't have to physically touch anybody. You don't have to physically do anything to nobody. Okay? So Proverbs 19:18, okay, is not advocating for physical violence, is a call for wise and timely discipline. All right? Listen, generational curses is a trap. Okay? God will right all the wrongs, okay, for the generational downfall to teach them how to discipline their children the right way. So if you do not know, or if you are curious, or if you are seeking how to discipline your children, especially in this age, this form, and this generation, this will help you by go to Proverbs 19:18. Okay, so we're going to be read Ezekiel 7:20, which says, this as for this beauty of this ornament, he set it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations and their detestable things therein, therefore have I set it far from them. So God tells you to discipline your children, but he does not and does not advocate you to physically touch them, for you to physically abuse them, for you to physically do anything, okay, verbally, spiritually, mentally, okay? All that is abuse spiritually. All right. All that is abuse. He did not tell you to do that. He is telling you to teach them the right from the wrong. That means teach your bloodline the right from the wrongs. Okay. Change from your ways so your children will change their ways and teach them from young. Teach your children to learn to serve God and love God with fear and trembling. Okay. Teach God. Teach them to teach you. Okay. Your kids, you will learn something from your kids as well. Okay, your kids will learn something from you and you will learn something from your kids as well. That's why it's important for you to teach them young, okay, how to serve God with full devotion, okay, with worship and prayer and supplication, and have them to tell God everything what they're going through, the good and the bad, okay? Your words can either justify your anger or your words can either condemn you, okay? So it's very serious. All right. So the messages for today is learning from the mistakes of others, those who escape her and lives and preserves the life the right way, the traps of life. Okay. The generational curses. Protect your temple, your mind, your body, and your spirit for all who is trying to come up near you or all who is trying to harm you. You have the right, okay, to feel safe in your environment. You have the right to feel safe at home with mommy or daddy. You have the right to feel safe with your friends. You have the right to feel safe at school. You have the right to feel safe at work. Okay? It's protecting your temple just by hushing, just by observing your surroundings. You have the right to protect your peace. Don't let anybody steal that from you. Okay? People's eyesight are going to be restored. Those who escape judgment, the righteous, okay, will escape the wicked. Okay? People like to entice others down the wrong path. People like to condone abuse. People like to condone negative behavior, okay? And that's how the negative bloodlines go intact, okay? Do not condone negative behavior, okay? Talk to God about your anger. Learn how to control your anger amongst your children because your children are learning at the end of the day. And you should know by your children's age, you are the parent. Okay, it is your right and duty to have and to keep a relationship with your child, not the other way around. The child do not get to go and say, I want this and I no. It's the parent's job. Okay? Do not let the roles be reversed. Control your anger and teach your children to love and serve God only.